Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in this truth and sincerity. Pretty much, I just wanted to come back with another quick lesson. You know, pretty much dealing with the old man. You know, you really gotta put off the old man, and that's what I'll probably title it, man. You know, something to that effect, because when you come in this truth, well, Romans 12, be transformed or conformed. You know, be not conformed to this world. In other words, you gotta be changed. You gotta change your whole shit, man. Your whole way of thinking. You gotta basically get rid of that old nigga. You gotta kill that old man that you were. That's what it means when they talk about we died in Yahweh Shai. In other words, the man that you was, you know, died. You're not that person. You might have been, you know, Clarence or whatever out there in the world, or whatever the case is. Clarence is dead. Now you're Shalom Amath or whatever, you know, whatever your name might be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it means. It was in 2 Corinthians 5:17, if I'm quoting it right, that you be new creatures in Yahweh Shai. That's what it means, a new creation. You gotta, and a lot goes into that, man, which is basically like a day-to-day maintenance that you gotta keep of yourself, because the scriptures tell you how you know your flesh war with the spirit, and it's all that old nigga. You gotta make sure you bury that old nigga, else he's gonna come right up out of you and cause you to do some niggerly shit, you know, or say shit that a nigga would do, or act like a nigga would do, you know. That's why the scriptures say put off the old man, meaning what? The guy that you used to be when you was in the world. You can't come in with that same mentality, man. That's why, like, a lot of guys who come in, you know, and claim that they had the truth before they came into the knowledge, or they had half of it, 80%, whatever percent. Most time when you see guys talking about that, they don't last, man, because that's not really a humble statement. When you come into this knowledge, you're supposed to humble yourself, man. You know, you're supposed to humble yourself, you know, and you got to be ready to learn, and you got to be ready to come up under tutors. Like Apostle Aram did a video, the under tutors until the time appointed. That's what the scriptures say, man. Yahweh Shai, if the greatest man that walked this earth, the only beloved son of the Most High, if he came up under tutors, who the fuck are you that you don't have to deal with men or come up under tutors? To those of y'all who out there who got that mentality, you understand? So that's that old nigga in you, man. Like in the world, man. I ain't no man. I can't see no man telling me what to do on my own. Nigga, you ain't your own man. We all belong to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Whether we live or die is of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So how the fuck you think you your own man, man? The scriptures say we were bought with a price, right? That's true. That's factual, man. That's straight up facts. Yahweh Shai actually got on the cross, and he actually laid his life down, man. That actually happened, man, 2,000 years ago. So, the game was over already, man. But now, what it is, if you coming into the truth, you gotta deal with the scriptures say, like Yahweh Shai told Nicodemus it was. He told him, look, you gotta be born again, and that's what putting off the old man is you being born again, man. Meaning, in other words, you transitioning your mind to the point you start off as being born again is meaning, in other words, you're like a baby. A baby knows nothing, all right? Not like what Nicodemus thought you had to go crawl back up in the womb. No, you're on a level as a baby. A baby knows nothing. A baby innocent. A baby, you got to teach him how to talk, how to walk, how to read, write. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to be up under the tutors or whatever, the guys to study. We all came up under tutors and stuff like that. That's just how the Lord set things up. There's no, everybody don't just go straight to the Most High. Nah, the Most High set up men that teach you and guide you, and then once you're on the level, then the Lord comes and sup with you, man. Which, you know, months ago, Apostle Gabar did a good video on that, about Yahweh Shai supping with you, you know. So there is a way to go about doing things. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. All right, the right way is to forget that old nigga you was, man. And what made me come to, you know, again, this is an On The Go type series, and maybe the Lord might have me do another sit down going more into it, because this was always a good something that hit me, you know, hit me kind of deep is about putting off the old man. Because when you really think about the shit, the bullshit, whatever walk you used to be in, that you was doing, man, you pray the Most High forgive you, man. We did wickedness, man. You know, from whether you might have, whatever, you might have caught bodies out there, you might have committed adultery with your neighbor's wife, you might have been you know, selling drugs, murdering people, or just doing this wild wickedness, man. You might have did wickedness to your parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did all kind of wickedness as that old nigga, man. And you can't forget that. So you want to separate yourself far from that old nigga, man, and become that new man and Yahweh Shai, man. You know? And that's, sometimes brothers have a problem with separating themselves from their old man or what they used to be. And then you see that old nigga come out, you know, when certain things happen, whether it be, a lot of time with order. Because see, when you back in the world, you didn't have no order, man. It was, you know, it was anything goes. And that's why Jake is all fucked up out there. You see these niggas, you know, talking the shit that they talking, or whatever the case is, you know, walking with their pants hanging off their ass and got all kind of dread. They look like goddamn mutants or some type of and fucked up animal or some shit out there, look wild beasts and everything, right? So you see that happening is because why? They have no laws. They're not dealing with the guidelines that the Lord gave them. That's why the Lord said, "How I planted thee a noble vine, how wilt thou turn into this degenerate plant unto me?" Jake is a bunch of degenerates in the sight of the Lord. The Most High ain't tell these niggas to be out there getting high, being homo thugs, gangster faggots. What kind of shit is that, man? The Most High ain't tell them to do that, man. To cut their hair bald, getting tatted up. You ain't supposed to be doing that, man. Those are old works of the flesh. So if you really want to be delivered, you want to be saved. You don't want to be delivered, you want to be saved. You really think you that nigga, don't give a fuck, then keep being that nigga. And watch where you end up. You know? And the Most High, and the thing is, you don't got power. You know, a lot of niggas thought they ready to die. A lot of times that changes when the Most High actually bring that judgment upon you. Because the Lord he's the king of terrors, man. And the scriptures say, fear him, which could destroy your soul and your spirit and your flesh in hell, which is here in earth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other place with no hell. Hell means the grave right here in this, or it means either that grave or a condition that's on earth. So in other words, the Most High could make you suffer. You talking about, I don't give a damn, you all reckless. How many guys out there was living a reckless life, then they might have got hit up. Now they like paralyzed from the waist down, drinking out of straws and shit, looking off. Who really wants to be like that, man? Especially when you had a chance to do better, man. When you had a chance to correct that, man. You see, the Most High, he said, pride goeth before destruction. The Lord knows how to humble a nigga. So that's why you come into this truth, you can't be no nigga. You can't be no nigga. And whatever, you know, hey, niggas ain't perfect, right? It's a building process, but you got to understand that, man. Don't be a novice. Like the scriptures say, being a novice lifted up with pride. You see what happens when guys go that route. You know what I'm saying? They basically get filled with more demons. Judgment comes on a lot of them. More demons come on a lot of them where they thinking that they in the spirit, you know? So you can't be a proud nigga or a novice, and you got to work on getting rid of that nigga mentality, man. That nigga mentality ain't got no place in this truth, man. You know, there it is, you sitting there scheming on your brothers or whatever, thinking about, you know, thinking about what your brother got. You know, man, this nigga got a car. I should have a car. Or I'm gonna rob this nigga. He got a bunch of sneakers, man. He ain't gonna, you know, you ain't supposed to be thinking like that. Or whatever grimy thoughts might be in your head, you ain't supposed to be thinking like that. Oh, you know, I don't like this brother, man. This brother's always getting on me. No, that's that old man. And you gotta check yourself, man. Cause the old man in the world was like that, man. Like, nah, I ain't gonna let nobody get on me or whatever, talk shit to me. You ain't my daddy, right? Right? You ain't my daddy. That's what a lot of niggas say, man. My father don't even talk to me like that. I'm gonna let. But no, man, you gotta get rid of that old nigga, man. Okay? King David said, let the righteous smite me. You know? Let the righteous smite me. The scriptures speak about love and discipline is the very true beginning of wisdom. If you want to really truly become a wise man, all right, which this wisdom is going to work into your salvation, to say if you in your house, you better learn the ropes of discipline, man. It's true. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is a hard teacher, man. Meaning the Lord is rough, man. This truth is rough. All right, that's why the Lord said in Matthew 7:13, enter ye in at the straight gate, meaning the position of difficulty, meaning you're going to have to adjust to the things that you're not used to dealing with, you know? You might not be used to dealing with, like I said, guys telling you what to do or can't, you know, structure, because we believe in structure. The scriptures speak about a structure, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but there got to be some type of order. You understand? So now you got to learn how to, like, you know what, man? Let me fall in line with the Lord's order, man. Why not? You know? Why not? So, you know, basically, man, I can keep going on. Like I said, maybe the Spirit might have me do do an actual sit down. You know what I'm saying? But just wanted to touch on that point because I was meditating on it, man. And you be like, damn, man. You know, hey, you got to keep it real. In the world, we was wicked niggas, man. Before we knew this truth, I don't care what you was doing, you was an enemy of the Most High, man. All right? I don't give a damn if you worked at a goddamn homeless shelter, you know, feeding bums and homeless people. You was an enemy of the Lord. You was calling on sweet Jesus, you know, that cracker bourgeois, okay? You was calling on that devil. You know, whatever it was before you came into this truth, we were all enemies of the Lord, man. All right? We were all really walking like a bunch of goddamn heathens, man. So that's why you got to put off that old man and you got to humble yourself before Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And the Lord is going to exalt you in due time, man. You know, but you got to suffer and be patient, man. That's a key word throughout this truth, man. That word should always be in your mind, man, about suffering. It's all throughout the scriptures, man. The sufferings of Yahushai. You know, suffering and persecution, you know. So with that, you know, hopefully brothers got edified, man. And, you know, to the next lesson, I say shalom.